Good morning. Welcome to the Love Brew. I'm your host, Tommy T. And everybody's up today. So it's going to be a fun show. Back up.
There it
There it
is.
is. Um,
I just have to say, when I left the house this morning, it was 37 degrees outside.
yep.
And I passed by a person driving a slingshot.
To each his own,
I
man.
was like, you got to be real committed to the stunt.
People like different stuff.
You got to be real committed to the stunt
yeah.
to drive a slingshot, and it's 37 degrees outside.
We got to work on this opening for the Love Brew. Still getting used to the name. I can't.
I don't even have brew this morning. Well, I guess technically seep tea,
Yeah.
not brew it.
But anyway, great show today. A lot of stuff happened this week. Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first thing you want to talk about?
It doesn't matter. You start wherever you want to
All
start.
right. So since I was just looking it up, Flavor Flav sung the national anthem at the
And
break
boy, did he sing.
at the Bucks and the Hawks game,
Mm-hmm.
and man,
Boy, did he sing.
like you can commend him for the effort. It sounded terrible, but the effort was there, you know, and you can appreciate that.
When they were writing down and putting names in a hat of who could do things this season,
Yeah,
never once
I never would have thought to.
did I think Flavor Flav and sing
Yeah,
would be in the same sentence. If they had said he was going to perform at like the halftime show, cool,
yeah,
not a problem. Understand that.
yeah.
That's how he grew to fame.
I think I'm not sure, but I just never would pick Flavor Flav to do anything. Like his name would not come up to do anything for
Did
me.
you ever look him and see if he was from there?
Nah, I didn't. I was just trying to hear it. Um,
Flavor Flav.
he got it.
Um,
Got to be some type of association just to. Good morning. Just
no,
to.
he's from Roosevelt, New York.
So, what's the association with?
Milwaukee.
it was just. It was just. I never would pick him, and trying to figure out why they picked him. You know, but it did get us talking about it and talking about the Bucks. They
They
played.
lost that game.
They lost.
Yeah, they played the Hawks and the Hawks won that
Oh,
game.
okay, good. Well, shout out to the Hawks for winning the game. They probably would never ask him to sing again. Who's the best rendition of the national anthem that you've heard?
I don't know. I tend to drown out
Really?
people singing
Really?
things at sporting events.
Do you?
Hmm.
The best rendition of the national anthem to me
Hmm.
was Marvin Gaye's rendition. Have you ever heard it?
Hmm.
That thing so smooth. that man can sing or
Good
could
morning,
sing.
Daphne and D Brown. I don't think I said good morning. I know Tommy did, but I don't remember me saying it. Um, no, I remember we went to in 2020 we went to the MLK Day
Yeah.
celebration at the
It's my cousin.
Good morning, cousin Deshauna. We went to the MLK Day game for the Hawks in
Yeah,
2020, and there was a choir there. They played the Raptors.
yeah.
And I remember the reason I remember that specifically is because they also sang the Canadian national anthem.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, they sound really good. Who are these people?
Yeah.
But I didn't commit to memory who they were. She said the best was Whitney
I was
Houston.
I was just about to say Whitney Houston did a great job too.
Whitney Houston has pretty much done a great job at
But the bottom for me
everything.
is Fergie. Uh, I was gonna say Ray Lewis, Carl Lewis, and you ever heard Carl Lewis's? I gotta play it for you. Carl Lewis and now Flavor Flav, and Flavor Flav is not the bottom.
And the thing is that Fergie was trying really hard.
Yeah, she was trying to do something, and it just didn't sound good.
She was like Ray J at that verses.
Hmm. Her version of it sounded goofy.
Hmm.
You know.
Much like Ray J yelling
Did
out
you
to my
know
baby
like
born.
the rest of the song? Like that's just the first verse
Mm-mm.
of the
Did he
song.
throw his
I
ball?
think he did.
Yep, he did.
God dog it.
Quad is eating a bowl of oatmeal and he just tossed it on the floor. She finished her food. I wouldn't have gave it back to him because once he starts throwing stuff, he's done. Good morning, Sharon. So, still haven't. He did say he's stuck. Haven't figured out the connection to. Oh, somebody put why did he sing it? And he said it may seem odd. Well, this thing says it may seem odd for Flavor Flav, a member of Public Enemy, to do the national anthem, but I had family that served in the United States military, and I wanted to honor them. I
That's where the effort comes from. Let him out.
yeah, I guess. Oh my goodness, I just pulled out a piece of hair. No, I don't remember when Roseanne butchered the anthem. I have to look that one up too.
You say what?
Roseanne butchered the anthem.
Oh, did she?
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Come here, man.
You need to go take that costume off because you got hot chocolate all over it. No, no, no.
Why? Come here, man.
Go over there with dad. Y'all, slight pause for the calls. Your children.
Come on, guys.
Sorry. It would turn what? The menu. Oh, minions. Um, Lily has been drinking okay, we're back. I'm not sure what's going on with our internet this morning. We have an unstable connection, and I'm not really sure why the connection is unstable, but I guess it is. Um, yeah, Fergie didn't do a good job. Never saw this Roseanne one, but I'll have to look that up on YouTube. And yeah, I just haven't really committed very many performances as bad or good to memory as far as the national anthem is concerned. Um, I was about to say something else in regards to that, but I can't remember what it was. What did D Brown say? That's why I enjoy watching y'all because I too have children ages 9 and 5, and they don't ever allow us to be great when attempting to do something. Yep, that is my children. They be like, "What you doing? Let me find something else to do." Um, but they just be out here
It's my phone.
kidding. I don't know. You probably left it upstairs with them. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So Halloween was Tuesday. I did not tell Lily that she was gonna be Elsa until right before we got ready to leave the house. And she has worn this Halloween costume every day since Tuesday. Actually, they had literacy day at her school on Friday, so they let the kids dress up as characters. So I sent her right on back to school in her Elsa costume because I was like, Elsa is a character in a book that we own.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm ready to for Elsa to stop living in my house.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, it's cute now, but I
Man, I
just be
got
like,
oatmeal all on me,
do you
man.
from touching him?
Yeah, man.
Oh, she slept in it at least 2 nights.
Yeah.
The only time that costume gets a break is when she goes to school. And on Friday, it didn't even get the school break because she wore it to school. And then she puts it on over her pajamas. There is blue glitter everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the bathroom floor is full of blue glitter.
Is I gotta work on
Yes.
that bathroom today. All right, man.
Yes.
Did you finish what you was? Did we finish?
Yes. Flavor
Nah,
Flav did it because he had family in the military. That means I too
should
can
sing it.
sing the national
Y'all
anthem
know me
because
and
I
Artika
have.
been together for 10 years. I have never heard her sing
That's fine.
like anything.
Oh yeah, and choir was Olaf.
Yeah,
So
we put that picture up. I don't know if we put it on the Instagram.
I don't think we put it on the August Love Story
Uh,
page. I don't remember.
we'll put that picture on the August Love Story page so you guys can see it. Good morning,
Good morning, cousin. You just
cousin.
text me.
All right, so Larsa Pippen is marrying Marcus Jordan. I don't know if I got the complex has it. Is marrying Marcus Jordan, Michael
Mm,
Jordan's son. Larsa Pippen is Scottie
Scotty's.
Pippen's ex-wife. I
Mm.
assume that she's his
Yeah,
ex-wife.
she's his ex-wife.
Okay. Um, he asked his dad to be his best man. Hmm. Go.
Okay, so I don't have a problem with him asking his dad to be his best man.
Yeah.
The issue is Larsa as a person doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the lady, right?
Yeah.
I just know that it is very awkward to how old is Larsa?
I don't know how old she is.
Larsa Pippen is 49 years old.
How old is Marcus?
That's what I'm looking up. Marcus is 32.
Oh, okay. I know he's younger than us. I don't like nothing against that,
So
right?
17 years difference, right?
Yeah.
And then you just so happen to find your ex-husband's teammate's son.
I don't see anything wrong with it, but the issue that I have is the moral aspect of things.
Mm-hmm.
Um Scottie Pippen, Jordan would have made it to the Hall of Fame by himself,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's granddaddy of everything, right? For NBA players. For Mike,
I
I
love
mean,
watching Mike in the 90s.
Mike for Mike, it's like I'm there, right?
Mm-hmm. Tongue hanging out his mouth and
Yeah.
all.
Scotty may have gotten there without Mike, but together, for sure, both of them helped each other get there.
You know how I knew my mama was a Michael Jordan
How
fan?
did you know that?
My mama used to record
Yeah,
the
she's a
Bulls
fan. She's a
games
fan.
when we wouldn't be at home,
Yeah,
so
she's a
she
fan.
could come back
But she
and
does
watch
that
the
now
game.
though.
Yeah, but
It's hard to say that she was just a Mike J fan.
no, but it was just Bulls games.
Yeah.
That's all she would record.
but she did.
Somewhere around her house, unless my brother taped over it,
Yeah,
is
the idea that we used to tape over stuff. You know how many wrestling videos have got like the crazy part is you'll be watching the middle of a match, right? And
Mhm,
then next thing you know, WrestleMania comes on. I remember that because it happened because it was like one of those matches that you don't see.
mhm.
It was like Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk. I'm sorry for taking it here, but I have to because
I have no vantage point of wrestling, and my cousins and brother
yeah,
were like, still are
yeah.
wrestling guys.
Oh man, I used to act out everything.
They did too.
She's securing the bag. She is, but
That's
she already got a bag though. That's the issue.
that's the problem though, is that does Marcus have as big of a bag as she thinks she's securing?
Yeah. Anyway, um, so
He about to turn 33.
they help each other. I'm trying to find. I don't know why I didn't get that. Like, put the link in there.
I don't know.
But they the age difference, just the look of like I can't say that they not in love, right?
The optics.
Yeah, the optics look terrible because this is your ex husband's
Teammates.
ex team or old teammate who I know for like has to be for a fact you've seen this child grow up.
Mhm.
Um, and you've been on a run of embarrassing Scotty
Mhm.
because at one point she was in the news for Future.
Mhm.
And now you're marrying this Michael Jordan's son,
Mhm.
and the optics look bad. Maybe y'all are in love, and then you got this age gap. It's almost as if you say, "What does she offer him?" Like you start to question, like, what is she offering him that he can't get from somebody?
That's the one from childhood. My big crush. I used to see her at all the
Right?
games.
He marrying Miss Parker. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she's bad. Like she looks really good, and I mean, she's like it's hard to say, but then like you ask your dad to be your best man, which as a dad, yeah, the answer, hey, yeah, I'll do that for you, son. Should be, but it's just like,
never
is
thought
Scotty
about
gonna be
having
there?
never thought about having parents in a wedding outside of in their official wedding capacity. Like dads walking daughters
Yeah,
down
yeah,
the
yeah,
aisle, the processional with the parents in it and grandparents and stuff.
yeah,
I never thought about making a parent a best man or a maid of honor or
yeah,
matron of honor, depending on married or not.
yeah.
Um,
And they got a child that's in the NBA,
who
Scottie
Scotty?
Pippen Jr.
Hmm. Which tells me these kids could have been playing together.
Or him watching the little one. Marcus could have been the babysitter for Scotty Jr.
How old is Scotty Jr.?
I don't know. He been in the league, like, or he was in the league. He got cut, I think. Like he been in.
He 22.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
10
I didn't
years
know he
apart.
played for Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um. But yeah, man, it's like you look at it, you hear it, you're like, oh, this seems messy. How did they link? And you can't say, oh, they not in love or or what not, or this is a bad marriage or something like that. But it's like it just looks bad.
So everything about Larsa and the way that she has shown up since she divorced Scotty has
Mm-hmm.
not been the best,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So seeing that she wants to marry this guy just doesn't seem like the intentions are pure or right. It almost feels like when Black China got with Rob, because Tiger was with
Mm-hmm.
whichever one of them kids.
Yeah.
Kylie, I think. I think
Yeah.
the one he was
College.
with.
I mean, Tiger should went to jail. She was a child. Yes.
In that house, they didn't care.
Yeah.
But that's what it felt like was go get her. In that house, like that's what it felt like though. Like the optics of like Black China saying, "Hey, I'm not fooling with like you don't want to be with me and you want to play around with them. That's all right. I'm gonna find the weak spot and I'm gonna infiltrate." And she did what she could do and had a baby out of it. But I don't know, just nothing about this Larsa situation feels like it's genuine and true and the way that it should go in natural circumstances. Um Maybe she's trying to shop around her reality show so she can be the star of it. But no, she was on the Real Housewives of Miami. Okay, that makes sense. I was looking to see she can finish that by herself. Or you just waiting on her? Were you just waiting on her? That's why I said she can finish by herself. Yeah, she should. Okay. Tommy is trying to help Lily. I don't really know what's going on, y'all. I'm just here. Um, I don't know why I thought she was on Basketball Wives. I guess because she's a ex basketball wife, but being on Real Housewives of Miami also makes sense because they pick up all the other people. But I've never watched Real Housewives of Miami. I'm actually excited. I think Potomac and Married to Medicine come back this weekend. If not this weekend, next weekend. So I'll be watching those probably Monday. What are you looking for? Okay, you come sit down. I'll find them because I feel like you're just walking in circles.
I am, man. What was you talking about? All right. You finished Larsa Pippen and Scotty? All right. So since she's gone, I can talk about what I want to talk about. The NBA started. um, they getting on my nerves, man. These kids, man. They was they was cool until Lily was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Then everything broke loose. Um, let's see. That that Yeah, the NBA started this weekend or last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that. And they have this in season tournament that I've been like, why? And I think it started last night. And I'm curious to know why did they do that? I think it's cool just because it puts you in the mind of like college and the beginning of college seasons. What is this? Oh, okay. She said, Linda said that every put the housewives and Married to Medicine come on Sunday. I'm not a person that like watches it, but I come in and out of it. Oh yeah. She's like super skinny right now though. Like Giselle. I'm saying big Lotto is super thick. Oh. Oh, okay. That's crazy that's what I go to. Like, wait a minute. Um, why? Cause it leaks. Oh, yeah. I think this in season tournament. Obviously, I'm talking about what I want to till she comes back. But this in season tournament, man, it seems pretty cool because it puts me in the ass. Yeah, it's right there. The mindset of um college basketball, and I think college. I don't watch college basketball, but I watch playoff NBA and the Celtics. Um, I put the Celtics was like David Ruffin and the Temptations.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I'm curious to see like how this gonna work out and see how it goes, how it runs. So
That's
should
the
be fun.
picture of Giselle. They was like, she looked like Big Lotto.
She does. What like how old was she then?
She was in college.
Oh yeah,
She has on like AKA gear, so
she AK.
yeah, I'm
Mm.
assuming it was like right after she crossed or something.
Mm,
So probably somewhere between 19 and 22.
I got you. Anyway, since you're back, let's see what we got.
I'm excited to watch the foolishness that is Married to
What
Medicine.
is this Holmes and Amy Roebuck thing?
Oh, they're starting a podcast.
Who's Holmes?
TJ
TJ Holmes.
Holmes.
Okay. What's the
You
name?
don't see
What's the,
their picture
yeah, I
on
do now.
there?
What's the name of they?
I think it's the Amy and TJ
They got
podcast.
divorced. I
From
don't like they were married. These were the ones that was on the news
They were
having
married to
affairs
other
with each
people.
other, or
They've got,
having an affair with each other,
they've both gotten divorced from
spouses, and
their others.
are they married now?
No, they're not
Together?
married. They're
Oh,
just together.
they just dating.
hmm They posted it and was like, "How's that for being Instagram official?"
Do you say congratulations to them, or
Congratulations about what?
like you know,
Being
basically,
together?
yeah?
No,
Why not?
because how it happened. I don't tell people congratulations for being together.
Like you know how certain things you can be like, it was messed up in the beginning, but glad you good now. No, you just be like, oh okay. Do you congratulate them on starting a podcast? 'Cause I want. What's the podcast about?
I can congratulate you on starting a podcast.
What's
I'm
the?
gonna assume current events because they were both news anchors.
Mm,
Um, and you'll get to see a little bit more personality
yeah,
because
they not.
they're not under the confines of ABC
Yeah,
and what ABC will allow them to say and do.
right, right.
However, like you got opinions on things regardless,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's just human nature. Um, I don't really know much about her. I used to watch TJ Holmes back in the day.
Yeah.
And like I'm not gonna say that his opinion is like, oh my God, is needed, but it's like whatever. Lou Tellis and Amy are annoying and disrespectful. I won't be tuning in.
Who is Lou Tellis?
TJ.
That is his name.
His name is Lou Tellis.
How
How
old
did
is?
you not know this?
I don't know that. Like this ain't.
I've literally had this conversation with you.
You ain't never tell me his name.
Yes, I did.
I need to.
There's something sitting right here in front of your head. Stop touching it. I'm trying to get it out.
Like I wish you would stop because I can't concentrate on what I'm saying.
Lou Tellis.
Lou Tellis is an old name, man.
I think he's a junior.
Is he?
Yeah.
So it's two people named Lou Tellis?
Maybe even three.
Lou Tellis.
Lou Tellis, TJ Holmes Jr. Let me see. Did he name his son Lou Tellis? He was born out my way. Not my city, but my way. I refuse to call him TJ.
To call him TJ. Tellis Jr. Oh, okay. That makes sense. But Lou Tellis is a funny name, man.
I wonder did they call his daddy Big Lou?
Probably. Dog, so I wonder what they like. I'm gonna check their podcast out because I'm a podcast connoisseur. But I'm just curious now. Truly am curious. So I want to say congratulations to them.
Why?
Just for starting a podcast and actually overcoming the BS that they started. Because I mean, like, you don't cheat on your people.
It's very easy when you're TJ Holmes and Amy Robach to start a podcast.
Yeah. It's easy for anybody to.
No. I mean, like, even starting it and getting somebody investing into it and basically doing all the legwork for you. It's very easy. on top of the fact that they had severance packages, right?
Yeah.
From their separation from ABC, you got this money. If you wanted to do it by yourself, you have enough money to do it.
Yeah.
Um, you have enough of a reach to start off getting ads.
Yeah, that's the big thing is like the reach that they don't have to go through the
The hurdles that the average person has to
yeah,
go to.
yeah, yeah. Because I think about our journey to podcasting and stuff like that. It's like we had a complete different journey to it. You know, we had a bunch of, and we still going through it. A bunch of man, how you do this, and what do we do here? We got 5 listens. We like the funniest part is when we did a podcast about uh um some
Threesomes.
threesomes, yeah,
Mm.
and we had a bunch of like listens that podcast, and it was so exciting and stuff like that, and that was the most we had.
And the funny thing is, we didn't even talk about threesomes.
Yeah, we were talking about what can lead to threesomes, which is open relationships. That's what it was. Open relationships lead to threesomes, man. Um
And people just saw threesomes. What are they talking about? And
Threesomes. Wait a
it was
minute. Let
mostly
me
our cousins.
yeah, let me hear what they talking about, man. But it was listened to, and just we had a bunch of listens, which was like I think we got into the 100. That was the first time we
Yeah, we
passed like
definitely
a
got in the
100
hundreds.
listens or something like that, and I was super excited. Then the next one we had 25. I was like, dang, what happened?
wasn't
You
it wasn't salacious.
no, but
There's
or
there's gonna be a lot of people to tune in just because they want to see if they're going to address what happened.
yeah,
They're not. Um, I just can't see them addressing it. It's literally going to be we got this podcast and this is what this podcast about. This podcast is not about us.
yeah. I like it though.
Do you?
Yeah, I like the journey that
Mm-hmm.
it takes, of podcasting. With them, they have a bunch of experience with um
Media.
media and all that stuff. So it should be, as far as like presentation wise,
Mm-hmm.
it should be A1. But as far as like content, I'm not sure because of what I'm not sure what they're gonna talk about or whatnot. But I mean, kudos to them, man. Great way to rebound. Like, it sucks, right? It sucks,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody has to go through some type of rebound.
I'm sorry. I just looked at the camera to make sure Quad wasn't jumping in the bed
Yeah.
again.
No more monkeys jumping in the bed. It's so funny when you when you talk about going to the doctor. She be like, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." Moving right along. Former basketball star Joe Smith finds out his wife has an OnlyFans, and she didn't tell him.
So, okay. What is she doing on this OnlyFans?
I think she naked on this. I
Do
ain't
you
seen
think
it.
or do you
I,
know?
I ain't seen it. I didn't see it.
Because there's a YouTube girl that I follow who has an OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
And her OnlyFans is literally just pictures of her feet.
Yeah, I mean, like, people have
People
do
have foot fetishes.
people do different things on OnlyFans. I know some people cook
Mm.
on OnlyFans, and a lot of people
I can't
sales.
remember what music artist it was, but it was one that started OnlyFans, and they would just get on there and sing.
Yeah, so, some people like go on there and they be naked
Some
on
people
OnlyFans.
do, and that's the thing, though. Like, if you say I got an OnlyFans, right?
Yeah,
That doesn't automatically strike outrage in me.
I mean, I ain't outraged because you haven't.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't
Yeah,
automatically strike outrage in me. Like, even as the spouse, if you told me you had OnlyFans, the first question would be, bro, what you doing on there?
yeah, definitely. um,
Now, once we take it a step beyond
yeah,
it, what you doing on there is where the outrage can come in. But my wife got OnlyFans and I didn't know about it. That's not news.
I think it's more so embarrassing. It's his reaction in Hubert. I'm with you on that one.
Which
Um,
one? The on here fornicating? You missed that one, didn't you?
yeah, I ain't see that. No, the
This the
first
one
one.
you were
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
the one. The first one. But no, like I think the embarrassment for Joe Smith is
Don't be looking because that used to be my
nah.
name.
Nah, I'm just saying I wanted to say it correctly. Instead of
Smith.
it without a F, but with a
A TH.
yeah. Uh, I think he's more so embarrassed about it. One, because he didn't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
She like privately did it, and this is his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, she used to be a porn star.
Oh well, then yeah, her
So
OnlyFans is only fanning.
yeah, right. But she does music. I looked up her Twitter and stuff like she.
Y'all tell the truth. You looked at her
No, I
OnlyFans.
didn't. I didn't. I couldn't. Got to pay for it.
How much was it?
I don't know. I think it's
What's
like
her name?
I think it was like $10 or something. I can't remember.
Joe Smith
Um,
wife.
Keisha Chavis.
I see.
So good morning, Doug.
Keisha
You know what? I'm gonna watch Tough Love because of you. I'm
OnlyFans.
going to check it.
You gonna watch it today?
Tell me what it's on, and I'm gonna watch it.
Why her OnlyFans not?
Why J Dub said he looked at her LinkedIn.
What was on her LinkedIn, J Dub?
But no, I think he's embarrassed, more so embarrassed because she used to be a porn star.
He shouldn't have married her if that's gonna be his issue.
He was like, what's up, cousin? He was like, she was like, you knew what I
Hey
used to do.
Cedric.
New
Like
York version. Okay, I got you. She was like, you know what I used to do. He said, yeah, you used to be that, but you not that no more. She's like 50, um, a singer. Um, I'm trying to think of the other
okay,
things.
my thing is though, you married this woman who used to be in the adult industry,
Mhm.
right? And now you shocked that she got an OnlyFans. Is it just because she didn't tell you?
I think he's more shocked that she didn't tell him, than her actually having it. Because my next question, right? My next question is, well, how much are you making?
I
Because
never even went to that
because when
question.
she
Is Joe broke?
yeah, that's what she basically was like. I went and said he was cheating on her. So the story is she started the OnlyFans because the girl that he was cheating on her with was like trying to be messy, and well, not she started the OnlyFans. She had the OnlyFans, and the girl he was cheating with was trying to be messy and tell him that she had an OnlyFans. So she never told him. He found out.
Okay, so the plot thickens.
Right.
He broke.
And he doesn't like he was the number one draft pick, I think, in like the 90s, like before Kobe, right? Played in the NBA, got the NBA money, and now he's losing his NBA money because obviously, well, he probably didn't do anything with it. I don't know, right?
He was spending it.
Yeah, I don't. She was too.
He was spending the check, but he didn't get it right back.
Yeah, I don't know what their financial situation was, but
Okay.
in the video, because she made a video showing like him finding out.
Joe's broke 67 million wasn't enough.
That's crazy. That 67 million
Well,
is broke.
okay, so we've had this conversation recently
Did we?
about how easy it is to go through money. Like
Oh
we
yeah,
were talking
yeah,
about like
yeah,
lottery winners
yeah.
and how fast that money can go. So 67 million without investments, I could see that going really fast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just because you're always going to have people that are leeching off of you, trying to get money out of you for whatever business they trying to start, sob story they got to take care of my mama. She need $1 million house too. It's gonna be a lot of that.
man, for me, my mom don't need $1 million house. She needs a house. It's gonna be a nice house, but it ain't gonna be a million.
I mean, I get it fully.
Unless I got $1 billion. Oh yeah, or 100 million. Let me get 100 million. My mom's getting a $1 million house. But the issue with it is, it's like I have to set up a way to make sure I can maintain that house.
That's where the problem
Yeah,
lies. Because when you buy people things and then they don't have the means to continue having those things,
yeah,
you're bleeding out
yeah,
into it
yeah,
again.
yeah.
So I mean, that's why I say I could see you going through 67 million just in general, right?
That's what we would do, though. It's like I would just buy.
Tommy wants a compound right
Oh, I
now.
do, man.
Like
I
if
do.
he could convince both sets of parents to just move here, he would just go get us like 50 acres and
Man,
build a few houses on it.
man, it's like we have a whole little compound, just us, and every Christmas, Thanksgiving, we'll eat outside. We'd be like, "Hey, man,
Whatever.
just come to the center of the thing, man. We got tents and heat and everything. You can drink, party, all you want to."
But yeah, again, J Dub said 12 new cars, 5 houses, 30K at the strip club. And that ain't 30, that's 30K every time you go to the strip club. It's
yeah,
it's easy.
yeah,
So, okay. Joe don't have the money that she feels like Joe should have.
right.
Because I'm not gonna call him broke because
He ain't broke.
he ain't broke.
We done seen broke. He ain't
Right.
broke.
Joe don't have the money that she think he's supposed to have. So she's finding herself a way to have an income.
It's not like I'm gonna speak to my cousin real quick. It's
Okay.
not even about them having financial literacy. It's about them employing somebody with some financial, like, go get you a financial advisor and listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to do. Their job is to make sure that you have money for the rest of your life,
But you also need somebody to be checking in on them too.
which is an accountant.
Because that's what Steve Harvey's issue was.
Yeah, you have to have you have to have a team of people, right? And so get you a team of people because you can afford it. Put them on the the roster, employ them. You'll be set for the rest of your life.
But you also can't just be out here making purchases and not informing your people.
Right. She so like you
He's broke because she said that they almost lost all their property. She has stepped up.
like that, and that's the thing. Like, okay, if he ain't got it, he ain't got it. That's a conversation we have.
They had 5 houses.
I'm finna start selling stuff.
We got to liquidate some assets
Yeah.
because the one thing that's not about to go is the house I live in.
Right. Like the first thing when we got together, the first thing I
Auntie
said,
gotta go.
right. The first thing I said was, all right, so I'll cover the rent just because I have to make sure I have somewhere to stay and allow you to be backup if I need it. You know what I'm saying? Because like the last thing I want is to be out of a house. In his case, I get the anger, right? I get where he's mad at, but the issue that I have is, why didn't y'all have a conversation about her stepping up and how she can step up? She did it the best way she know how. Like, look, I'm gonna come out here and sell some coochie because they buying it. Then she ain't having sex with nobody but herself, online. Like, all right,
Maybe.
cool.
You remember when OnlyFans was like, we're gonna stop adult content?
Yeah, man, they lost so much money.
And they was like a week later, we lied.
We ain't gonna do that. We gonna y'all can sell what you want to.
Just make sure we get our percentage.
Man,
every time they put in their card number,
man, that is
take
like,
our little cut.
I laughed so hard at that because they was like, wait a minute.
We are shooting ourselves in the
why
foot.
is 90% of our sales coming from people that sell coochie online? Can you say coochie online?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Whatever. So Keisha found a way.
Yeah,
she made a way out of no way.
She made a way. It's funny. I gotta show you the interviews from my family, what they said my aunt told them.
When you buy your mama $1 million home, you still have to pay the utilities and the landscape.
Right, that's what I was talking about.
It's landscaping ain't no joke.
Look, we got 2 kids. I got two nieces. Who else will gonna come? Any child that comes out there is gonna be a grand landscaper because they granddaddy is a landscaper for all intents and
Oh, you talking
purposes.
about my
Yeah,
kids? Well, my stepdad.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
He
like,
gonna be out there, Lily. You need some more mulch.
yeah, put that out there. We got the money. We got the money. Y'all just gotta do it. Oh, they gonna hate it. It's landscaping day.
Anywho.
Yeah. So yeah, he's mad over that. And like you just gotta say something, man. You can't just go out here all willy-nilly and like how much are you making off of that? And I don't want you out here just showing your goods because those goods are my goods, you
Mhm,
know. But he also was cheating,
mhm,
apparently, allegedly.
mhm,
So she said, I don't think we're getting a divorce. I don't know. She went on TMZ, so that's what made me laugh about everything. She's like on there, not thinking like I think she's really naive or naive thinking about the whole situation and the severity of it because like you was talking about it yesterday, the male ego is sensitive, is really, really fragile.
mhm.
And for him to be such a she said her body, she did say her body, her choice, which is true. But I mean, you're married. That means that like that's a conversation you have to have, because like
Was she actively an adult film star in their relationship?
no, I think she stopped. Like he met her as an adult film star. She
Mhm.
stopped and now she's a singer with an OnlyFans that she
I keep glazing over this singer part because I'm like, you're 50. Your
yeah.
career is not about to pop.
Yeah, I think you have to move
You
your
got to do what you know how to make money doing.
and she did. And
Exactly.
she did. Um right. That's the thing. It's like I mean, I can't say that she's not a true married woman, but she's married. It's conversations you have to have before you just
I
do
think he's talking
something.
about the her body, her choice part.
Oh,
Like saying that it's not true to say it's your body, your choice as a married woman. I think that it's a conversation
yeah.
that should happen. But ultimately, being married doesn't make you not make the decision to have an
No, I
OnlyFans.
think I think with that, right?
Mhm.
I think you have the conversation like, hey, finna do an OnlyFans and this is what I'm going to be doing on there.
Mhm.
Because it's a certain level of respect
Mhm.
and what your spouse is comfortable with.
Mhm.
Because you think about it like this, his friends can subscribe to your own to her OnlyFans and now they have front row seat at her body.
Well, they got
And
old videos to have
no,
front
I'm,
row
I'm
seat.
just saying, I get that part, but like her body is different now, right? And these are people that can come in her front door, so you have to prepare yourself mentally for that because I mean that could come up in conversation and
Mhm.
just like the conversations men have, like are yes, they get weird sometimes, but we talk about those
What you
sexy.
be talking about?
I don't talk about mine anyway. But it's like those are conversations that you have with your partner, and I'm not just gonna put it on women. Men have to have that same conversation because everybody in the situation has to be comfortable.
Mhm.
I think more so the spouses than the kids.
The big issue that I have outside of this OnlyFans is that he cheating,
Right.
and we just glazing over that too.
No, I'm not glazing over that because it's a matter of, and that's why I was like, man, it's a twisted situation because, like, she was like, well, we're gonna go, I'm gonna do this OnlyFans because I have a lifestyle I want to maintain, and you're
not,
not maintaining, and you out here cheating.
not only are you cheating, this woman you're cheating with knows enough about me to try to expose me
Right,
to
right.
you.
It definitely feels like an open marriage.
I got issues.
Yeah. But as Hubert said, I bet you her OnlyFans like went up some.
Oh, it should have.
Because first thing first, everybody want to go see what you doing
Part of
on
the
this thing.
argument is gonna be you can shut up talking to me because that's the only reason we still got this house.
Right. You right. You right. You right. You right.
And then you out here messing with her.
What she did. What she did.
Does she have any money on this?
Oh man. But yeah, man. It was an interesting situation. And I was like, my first initial thing was that should have been a conversation before she started her
Absolutely.
OnlyFans. That's the only thing I have to say. Everything else, the fact that she got one, okay.
Got nothing to say there.
Nothing.
Let's see. Hey y'all, haven't seen you all in since I stopped watching Maps. Who are we talking about? What's his name?
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith and his wife Keisha and her OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It seemed like a lot of people gonna start watching Married at First Sight.
Yeah, I mean, like Married at First Sight, like it's a rinse and repeat. And I think the last two seasons, 15 and 16, happened back to back, and it was
they didn't even give us 2 months break on them. Yeah, then they gave us a whole bunch of.
It was way too much, you know, at one time, and so you know, they lost some people because it was like we was watching the same thing, so much, you know.
His cheating should have been a conversation before he started exactly.
I'm not trying to give this man a break on cheating.
We want to talk about you having an OnlyFans. You out here cheating on
me, right? Allegedly, but
ain't no allegedly.
But
she said you started it. I'm gonna finish it,
right?
But I'm gonna keep this house in the meantime,
right? I mean, yeah.
Oh, she probably be calling him all types of broke.
Oh, you know she does. She went on national TV and called this man broke. Imagine the things that she say to his face, like directly to his face, and he's cheating. All the respect has gone out the window. But no, yeah, Mavs has gotten.
Thank you, D.
Yeah, thank you. I think Married at First Sight has gotten away from the genuineness of it.
I feel like they've sold too much ad space, like ad dollars, and they're like, y'all are stuck with us.
Yeah, because they renewed for a few more seasons.
But I'm saying because like somebody put in our comments, that you know the show used to be an hour long.
Yeah,
and now like they're dragging out. For the last few seasons, we've had one of the 5 couples give up.
Yeah.
And they be like, we're going to stretch their storyline because they don't have anything else to give. But we sold these ad dollars.
Yeah.
It's just that Faceless Runaway Bride was a reenactment. And you can't tell me it wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's just I'm still watching, mostly because my husband was like, "We gotta record these videos."
No, I'm genuinely.
I'm talking about me.
Oh no, I'm saying I'm genuinely interested in it, right? But it's like because the idea is so out there, and it's like, how does the idea evolve at this point, right?
You start another spinoff show.
And they tried that, it didn't work. Nobody watched it.
That's because the Unmatchables was truly unmatchable.
Yeah.
They're not like, oh,
he said,
we just don't have the person for you.
Yeah.
But you know, you're a nice, normal person. Yeah. They be like, I chase butterflies and eat toe jam and nobody will kiss me.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Duh.
Duh, dummy.
It's just it makes sense.
What's the Ready to Love spinoff?
That one that they went to New Orleans, the 4 girls.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I said I was going to. I kept sending Tommy like the trailer when it first was about to come out, and I was like, we're gonna watch this and we're gonna review it. Neither one of us has turned on the TV to watch this show at all.
Man, that's the crazy part. I'll be like, man, I'm like, I'll be like, can I go build something?
I
You know
said I
how
was
many things I've thought about building?
I said I was gonna start talking about the shows that I watch by myself,
Yeah,
like just go live
yeah,
and do the Housewives
yeah,
and Married to Medicine and all that stuff. But I
yeah.
was like, am I really gonna commit to this? Because sometimes I can go 2 weeks without
When
watching the
Bear
show.
Lair come back on, we should review Bear, like do a review of Bear Lair. 'Cause I tried it by myself, and it's so hard to do that by
I have
yourself.
to watch up till now first before
You
it
ain't
comes
seen
back
none
on.
of it.
No.
This is like probably one of the best shows that come out now, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. IMO. Let's see. Let's get into this last thing because I'm like I love what this guy is doing around the nation, and he's as genuine as it comes. So I'm pretty sure you guys have heard.
The
Um,
beating the dead horse, Keith Lee.
yeah, old Keith Lee. He visited Atlanta. He's on a family food tour. He started like sometime this summer and been to a lot of different cities. I know Chicago. He's been to, I think he's been somewhere in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and he's based out of Nevada. So he goes around, I think Las Vegas, and does a lot of reviews and stuff
Why are
in
they fighting?
Vegas. I don't know, but that's what they're doing. But he came to the great city of Atlanta and the surrounding areas and visited.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, it has been a time to see and hear about the things. One thing I want to point out though, he went to Juicy Jerk
Mm-hmm.
and the Keith Lee effect happened. And this is a restaurant that we was like, I saw on the internet and was like, man, we got to get some time to go.
Mm-hmm. And we
He
just hadn't made it out there.
We had made it out there, and then he like
Now I'm not about to go stand in
right.
line.
That's the
So
thing. It's like he came, he reviewed it, and the funny part is after the review, I watched all of them. After the review of theirs, he laughed and was like, "It's about to get wild." He just knew that was gonna happen because of his review of it. He said he laughed and was like, "Hey, y'all finna be in for it. Prepare." Then next thing you know, you find out there's a 4 hour wait at this restaurant,
Mhm.
and the restaurant thanked him, and you just happy for people to
I had read reviews prior to his, and people were talking about how great the food
yeah
is, and that's why we were talking about going.
yeah
And like, happy for them because being in the restaurant business
hmm
is tough in
yeah
general.
yeah
And then you add on the layer of like everything else that people got going on. Like
hmm
people don't get into this business and last a long
right
time.
right
Um, but the other places, the two places that I think he reviewed and had the biggest issue was the Real Milk and Honey.
hmm
Um, they have stupid rules. And on top of that, I saw so many people getting upset with him because he wanted to be treated like a regular person. He is a regular
yeah
person.
right right. Except the difference is he's an ex MMA fighter,
No, but
so you
there are
ain't
other
so
ex MMA fighters who can walk into restaurants
no,
and sit down.
I'm saying he like
He got them hands. That's what you're
right
talking about.
right basically
But no, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, like him going to a restaurant, sending his family in, his family being declined the opportunity to dine, but when he comes in,
yeah
all of a
yeah
sudden
yeah
it's open. It's one of those things like Atlanta has a problem in that.
hmm
We don't go out to eat a lot. Um,
That's partly my fault though.
yeah, we don't go out to eat a lot, but when you get into like the dumb stuff, like I had an experience at OLG. I went with one of my old employees. This was prior to the pandemic. And we get to the restaurant. I can't tell you how many tables are actually in there, but let's just say there's 30 tables just for a nice even number. There were 3 tables of people seated dining.
Mhm.
We walked in, they were like, "Do you have a reservation?" Why do I need a reservation
Yeah.
to sit down and dine at your establishment on a Tuesday and you only got 3 tables seated? Nobody's waiting,
Mhm.
but we got to have a reservation.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Um and it's just one of those things, like you can't dine in, it's gonna be an hour wait. You looking at all these empty tables, like, what's the hour wait for? You
Mhm.
gotta go kill the chicken? What are we doing here? And OLG is not the only place that does that. I've heard about other places doing it, but it makes you not want to. One of my hard rules is I don't visit the reality TV show restaurants
Mhm.
anymore. When I first moved to Georgia, I would visit places just because I saw it on TV,
Mhm.
but that kind of ended when I worked at a
Yeah.
place that was
Yeah.
featured on TV. And so when you no, not born and raised in Atlanta. We're both native Tennesseans, but we've been here for 11 years. Is it 11? 11 years. Almost 12.
Yeah.
Um
We got our by way of wings.
um it it just doesn't make sense. But then the real Milk and Honey, when they started like trying to talk crazy to him,
Mhm.
I'm like, that's number one, bad for business.
Yeah.
And y'all just shot y'all self in the foot. Tommy is from Chattanooga.
Yes, sir.
I'm from Memphis originally.
Yeah. By way of. I love that.
I'm from Memphis, he's from Chattanooga. We met in Knoxville, did not move to Atlanta together, but we moved here within 2-3 weeks of each other
Yeah.
and started dating a year after we were both down here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A year,
Something like
something like
that.
that. But
Um.
we've known each other since we were 18.
Yeah. Um. I just, like me, I'm not a big person that wants to go to restaurants because one, they costs a lot, and then I can just go home. Uh, simple as that. But what I found interesting was the idea that you would treat somebody different based off of their celebrity,
Mhm.
right? And I think the rules that are in place is because you want a specific type of dining experience. So it's there, you right? It's
Mhm.
nowhere around it, but it's still hard to what she say?
The restaurant's response was awful, and one of the managers posted on someone else's video asking why they let an autistic man tell y'all where to eat.
That's crazy.
I was
Why
like,
why does it matter?
first and foremost,
Autistic, like why, like where you get that from?
first and foremost, that is just so rude and so
Oh my
disrespectful
god.
on so many levels.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
like it's wild.
Yeah.
And no, um, it's wild on so many levels, but it's just like, if you didn't like what he said, other people have been saying these same things. There is a reason why.
You have to change something.
There's a reason why people have been making, like, putting bad reviews on this prior to him going.
Yeah.
Like, good food can only take you so far.
Yeah.
Because if I gotta wait 2 hours for your good food, I'm not going.
Yeah. No.
And I
No.
don't know if their food is good or not because I've never
Well, I
had it.
mean, like you think about it like this, or the way I think about it with restaurants is your food. You can it's only so much you can make that you especially with American food, right?
Mhm,
It's only so much you're gonna do unless you specialize in something, right?
mhm,
And you telling me it's a 2 hour wait. I'm paying for the name.
mhm,
I'm paying for the like whatever you did. Like, but the food is gonna be the same. You may cook it just a little bit different,
mhm,
and stuff like that. But if you don't special, like people go to what's his name, the Salt Bay dude. People go because the experience, one, and two, because he's the chef,
Mm-hmm.
right? People go to see him, go to receive food from him because of it. Like, let's, I like food.
Mm-hmm.
And if you prepare, especially if you grill it, I'll sit around the grill and just watch you prepare food and eat it and be like, "Oh, this is the best thing I ever had."
Mm-hmm.
Next week, I'm gonna want it again, just like I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if I, if I'm paying for the experience, right,
Mm-hmm.
make that a good experience. Like it's the idea that people go to that restaurant
Mm-hmm.
that everybody's rude to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're paying for the experience, not the food. The food is probably mediocre at best.
It's like that restaurant I was telling you about I went to in New York where most of the people that work there, like the wait staff,
Yeah,
is people that have Broadway aspirations.
yeah,
So they are singing.
right.
There's like literally song the entire time you're dining.
I'm not sure if it's soul food or
It's
not. I'm not.
it's a brunch spot.
Oh,
It's like Gaucher's.
oh, okay. And it's like at that restaurant. That restaurant was good. I wish he would have went there.
Hmm. And they actually had good service.
Yeah, they had solid service. The girl, like, I didn't know what to get. The girl was like, "Get this."
She was like, "You look like you gonna like the shrimp and
Yeah,
grits."
right. Man, I got them. I got them fish and grits. Man,
Oh, it was fish and grits, not shrimp and
man,
grits.
I was like, "Good God!" That's. I said, "Give me a high five." That was great. That was wonderful. But no, like. I don't want to dwell on the bad reviews and stuff. But that's the big trending thing that
Mhm.
everybody talked about with Keith Lee. Keith Lee. But the crazy part, like some of the amazing that F go again. But the amazing part behind his reviews, I think, and is the aspect of how he's just genuinely doing these.
Mhm.
People are like he's just going in, getting some food, trying it out, and talking about it.
And the thing is, with him wanting to do it as takeout,
Yeah,
that's one of the things that you also think about a lot of when you go out to eat. How is this food going to travel
right,
back
right.
to, like, not going out to eat, but like going to get takeout?
Yeah,
Like, how is it going to travel? Is it going to travel well? Is it going to still taste the same?
like
Um,
the craziest part about going out to eat is people be like looking at you crazy because you take food home.
mhm.
Like in all aspects, I'm going to ask for a to go box if I don't finish my food.
I don't understand why you wouldn't,
Yeah, if I
unless
did,
it's something that doesn't
if I
warm
didn't
up
like it,
well,
if I didn't like it, I'm gonna leave it there.
or is it something that doesn't warm up well?
Right.
I don't want that.
But majority of the time, I'm bringing my food home with me because I'm gonna hit that later.
Mhm.
But anyway, I think one of the most amazing stories from his visit was he took him and his family went to Six Flags. They stayed to close. Six Flags closed, I think, at 11.
Mhm.
They stayed to close. So somebody that lives here was like, go to this restaurant. They called the restaurant. The restaurant closed at like 10, I think.
It closes at 11,
It,
same time
it
as Six
okay,
Flags.
it closed at 11. Called the restaurant to order food. They said, we'll stay open for you. Right? What happened?
Yo, I'm gonna hit that later.
We'll stay open for you. They came. The lady never knew it was him
Mhm.
because somebody else called in. This man ordered. They had it. They fixed his food, everything like that. He asked this lady, "How much did you make?" And he doubled. Like he basically matched what she made for the day. And stories like that are amazing.
Mhm.
The idea that he's able to, like, he didn't know how much he made,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
He said, I'm going to match what you made today. How much did you match it? Me, I've been like, how much did you make today?
Oh, that's nice.
Right. I'm gonna give you a third of it, like,
Mhm.
all right, I'm gonna just pay for my meal and be on out of here.
Mhm.
Here's a little bigger bonus. Um, but he matched it. That means a lot to us, especially a small restaurant, which I think they went to and stuff like that. Because I think she was like, I made 2,800 or something like that.
Mhm.
He gave her $2,800 for his food. Um, those stories to me are what's big. He went to the dining experience, the breakfast spot or the dining experience, or something like that. Same effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tipped a waitress $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
The manager was like, "Can we split that among the staff?"
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yeah." He went outside. He called the waiter
Mm-hmm.
outside, gave him $1,000, and said, "This is yours."
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff like that is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and he does this out of the kindness of his heart. And I'm like, you can't hate on that,
Mm-hmm. Because you don't have to do anything,
right?
right? But on top of the you don't have to do anything,
He said, "Just give her a great tip," right?
he's been able to rise to prominence as a quote unquote food critic who really never says anything like outright bad.
Yeah, I mean, he says this ain't good and move on to the
Yeah,
next
but I'm
thing.
saying like it's not like
Yeah, yeah,
rude,
right,
disrespectful
right,
type of things, right? Because my opinion is I don't like this.
right.
And you take those things and you're like able to empathize with it, especially here because Tommy and I have been to several restaurants and had bad experiences, but we've been to some restaurants and had good experiences. I remember
Mm,
one restaurant me and him went to. This is when we were still dating, I believe. Yeah, we hadn't gotten married yet. We went to the restaurant. The hostess sat us at a table and we was there for like 15, 20 minutes. Nobody ever said anything
yeah,
to us. So we just got up and left.
yeah.
Like we weren't even going to eat. We were just going to have
A drink.
appetizers and
Yeah,
drinks. And it was like, this ain't gonna work out for me. We gonna go somewhere
yeah,
else.
yeah.
And we ended up just going home, I think.
I don't remember.
But it was one of those things where it's like, well, we had given that restaurant 2 tries.
Yeah,
And that was try number 2.
we ain't been back
And
since.
we have not been back
No,
since.
we went back because of my mom. Remember we
Oh,
went
you talking
to,
about the franchise?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm talking about that
Oh
specific
no, no, no,
location.
nah.
Like that specific location have never been back again.
Yeah,
We've only been to the franchise one more time, and that
yeah,
was because of your mama.
yeah,
And at that one, I was like, never
yeah.
again.
Right, right. Nah,
If this is where we going, count me out.
yeah. I'm not gonna go.
I'm gonna meet y'all
I'm
later.
not gonna choose to go there or anything like that.
I don't even want to drink.
But anyway, Keith Lee is doing a great job. I think somebody was like threatening to fight, and he all that is not warranted.
I don't understand why you need to
Not
fight
fight
because
him.
he what
Fight like the people at the restaurant or something like that. I don't know.
they're disrespectful, but again, I don't feel like you need to fight people.
Yeah,
Like
it ain't that
everything
serious.
else has its way of fixing
Yeah,
itself.
it'll work itself out. People will stop shopping, or people will shop. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So it's 1:13. Few things we gotta tell you. Like I said last week, we opened the store, so you are now able to buy merch from us. So go check that stuff out. It's I saw it on like one of the
When
YouTube
you go to our
videos.
videos on YouTube, it's
It's
directly under the
under the
videos.
video. So check that out. Buy some stuff. We're gonna put some more stuff. We just put like a t-shirt. And I think,
Tommy just put a
yeah,
t-shirt. Artika was
we
just
do
living.
things together. So we.
She said there were people threatening Keith. They should remember he's an MMA
That's what I'm
fighter.
saying. Like, it's like don't go poke a bear if you ain't prepared to fight this bear.
I'm not fighting any
You know.
bears. I also
Mystical
don't.
said, "Don't help me, help the bear." That was rapping. He was rapping now. If he got into a fight with a bear, I'm pretty sure you want somebody to help. Anyway, so we opened the store. Go check out some of the merch we got in there. Stay with that. Check us out on Spotify for sure. Spotify. But Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and thank you. And
Everything is coming up under Google Podcasts.
Okay.
You need to check Apple again.
Yeah. And so check everything out. Like we turned this into a podcast as well, so you guys can check out that on there if you want to listen, or it's on YouTube too as well. So check us out there. Like, share, and subscribe, of course. It was something else. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know. I didn't know you had announcements.
Yeah, I had a few. The store was the big one because
nobody told me nothing. Saying Mystical's name is like saying Candyman. You just have to
Hey
automatically
man,
scream out, "Here I go."
yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us for this time. And yeah, check out our Married at First Sight review. It's up now on our YouTube channel.
We
Um,
think we're gonna get them out Friday. We had a lot of issues
yeah, we
with
did.
this week's
We did.
video. Oh my god, y'all almost didn't get a video.
Yeah. But we made it. We're here. And so Love Brew, keep checking us out with the Love Brew. It's on everything too. The babies are yelling and screaming
They're upstairs
upstairs.
looking at us,
Yeah. And so they're
or at
ready to
least
get
one of them
right.
is.
They're ready to get their day started.
Let me tell y'all about this little person. He is doing the absolute most. So twice this week, actually, twice in one day,
Yeah.
I've caught him and Tommy has caught him in Lily's bed, jumping up and down. I actually saw him climb on her bed and then climb onto her bookshelf to get her piggy bank. I'm like, dude, you're one. Chill out.
Right. Calm down, brother.
He just be doing a lot.
Yeah. So he's a baby. He's one.
They
Um,
say boys are different, and
yeah. They
goodness gracious,
they
he is
different.
different.
I'm just not looking forward to the potty training part.
I'm not looking forward to body training at all.
But anyway, we'll tell y'all about that story when we get there. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you guys and have a great weekend. We out.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.